Hey guys, today I want to share with you my completed HGUC Hy-Gogg ray. I'm just kind of calling it a Hy-Gogg ray for now. Actually, this is a commission build. If you saw, I did a work in progress video and I talked about that. This was just a commission where someone contacted me and wanted the Hy-Gogg painted up in the colors of a Metal Gear ray. So yeah, Hy-Gogg ray just kind of makes sense. It's not really the most complicated name there. So I don't know if that's what he ultimately wants the name for it to be. That's, I don't know, but anyways, that's what I'm just gonna call it for now anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. If you saw the work in progress video, I went over a little bit about the painting of this. Just used some masking tape to make that camouflage pattern on there. I just painted all those armor parts in that darker blue color. It's like, unfortunately, very close to black. It's a very, very dark blue color, and I think it's a little bit too dark, unfortunately. And then I did apply a wash, like a light grayish blue wash over that, which I hoped was going to lighten up that darker color of the camouflage a bit more. It lightened it up a little bit, but I would have liked it to lighten that up a little bit more. The backpack there that you're seeing coming around now is in, I believe that was just German gray, I want to say, which in the Mr. Color line is pretty dark. It's quite different from the Tamiya German gray, which is definitely much lighter, which is actually what I used for some of the detail painting, like some of the vent openings on the tops of the hands and the tops of the shoulders, and in the vents in the chest and stuff. That's painted with Tamiya German gray, which is definitely a different shade. So yeah, just painted all the armor in that dark color, then used some masking tape, stuck that on there in some places to cover some of that up, and then just painted over everything in the lighter blue color. Took off the masking tape and voila, got this camo pattern. Tried to match it as well as I could to the camo pattern of the Metal Gear ray. It's quite an interesting color. It's quite an interesting pattern, so it was a little bit tricky. I think this is pretty close. It looks pretty good, I guess. I hope that maybe you guys agree. I don't know. Let me know if you think it looks right or not. And then the kind of inner parts are in that tan color, which again varies. The colors for the Metal Gear ray vary depending on what exactly you're looking at. So it's kind of hard to choose exactly which color you want to go with. Sometimes like those inner parts are more like a gold color, and sometimes more of like a yellowish tan, kind of like closer to what I've gone with here. I liked these colors, so this is what I went with for this kit, and it's good. Yeah, I like it. I like how it came out. I don't know how much it really looks like a Metal Gear ray. I guess it does, but I don't know what else I could have really done to it to make it look any more like a Metal Gear ray, other than like doing some serious modifications to it. In terms of the modifications that I did do, basically the same things that I did with mine that I did last year, was just removing a lot of the details. So like on the shoulders and on top of the head and on the hands, there was some raised details that I just got rid of that. Just removing seam lines, of course. This kit has quite a few seam lines on it. I modified the hand containers there and just cut those a little bit and then glued those up inside the shoulders just so that they would fit in there nicely and that the arms still have full mobility underneath there. And that's pretty much it. I didn't modify the backpack at all. Like on mine that I built last year, I modified the backpack quite a lot and didn't do anything with that in this case. Just painted that and then just put a handful of decals on this. I drew out all the holes. On mine I did last year, the holes on the shoulders, I filled those in with putty and just made that completely smooth, but in this case I drilled them out like the holes on the legs. Yeah, and then just a handful of decals on there. The ones on the tan parts are like black and red, and then the ones on all the other armor parts are just mostly in white. And the 09 on the one shoulder was just the number chosen by the dude, and I said I think it would look cool to put a big number or something on the shoulder, and he said he wanted 09, so that's why I chose that. And then on the opposite shoulder, that pattern, you'll see it as it comes back around here in a minute. That kind of just pattern decal that I put on there, I wanted to put something on the other shoulder to kind of balance out the big 9 on the other side. And I wasn't sure how that's going to look, but I think it looks okay. This one here. Let me know what you guys think about how that looks, but I think it came out pretty cool. Last thing too then is just also the mono eye. He wanted to be like the Metal Gear rays where it's like glowing blue. So what I did for that is just paint some, I think it's like maybe titanium silver or something like that, a really bright silver color, and then just clear blue on top of that, and it actually came out pretty well. And I think it's about as bright as it's going to be without actually putting an LED or something in there. So that is about it for what I did with this kit. Just a pretty simple thing, not really a whole lot to it. There are some imperfections, especially in the fact that the way that this kit is put together, it's after you paint everything and then like you're assembling the kit again, it's really, really difficult to assemble those legs without scratching the paint, because you have basically like this part on the side of the leg and then this part at like between the leg and the hip joint. Those are like almost just kind of like resting in there among those parts, and you have to pop those parts into polycap ball joints, and they're quite stiff, and it's very, very, very difficult to do that. It's impossible to do that without scratching the paint unless you have a really, really good protecting agent over your paint, which I guess I didn't have enough. So the paint scratched a little bit, had to touch that up. I think touched it up. Came out all right, so it's all good. And then also had actually one of the joints here in the wrist actually broke. I had to super glue that, so that's just stuck in place now. I did also paint the 2 little missiles that this comes with. They're just like this, so I didn't know if he wants to actually use these or not, but did go ahead and just paint those up anyway. So that's pretty much it, guys. Now, just to wrap up the video, as usual, I'll just give you a look at a few different angles of this, a few different poses. I guess there's not really a whole lot of posing that I really want to do with it, but I'll just give you a little bit of a video montage just to wrap up the video. Thanks so much for watching. Leave your questions and comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.